child and adolescent psychologist Clare Rowe. Good to talk to you again, Clare. I've got to raise this issue with you. These figures that have come out today, really disturbing. We're having fewer kids than ever finishing year 12. 20% of them, 1 in 5, are dropping out before they finish year 12. We're told it's more important than ever to complete your education. In government schools, it's more like a quarter of all students not finishing year 12. Has COVID and the school lockdowns and all of that played a big role here?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I mean, of course it has. We've said that. And these are the figures. I mean, a huge proportion of kids dropping out formally. But what I see, in my office is all the kids that are technically enrolled, but they're hardly going to school. Like they're taking 2-3 days off a week. And look, I could go on forever, as you know, COVID lockdown, social media, change in parenting, change in teaching. I want to say something tonight. Look, I don't know whether it's going to be unpopular or not, but I think these kids, from all of these impacts, maybe not their fault, but are really struggling with the concept, and I say it all the time to them, that there is value in hard work.
Yep.
And that things that are to be valued and are worth, fighting for, take hard work. And I always quote Mark Boris to them. Mark, if you're watching, and I always say, Mark says, it's a privilege to be able to work. And I tell these kids so many times, that we're in this kind of first world country, living in Sydney, and the people that would die for the education that they're being offered. And I think they're burnt out, yes, and we can talk about self-care and burnout, but at the same time we can teach our kids that value in hard work, and that you can work hard and you can get something from it, and that is so good for your mental health, so great for your mental health.
Yeah, and it's old-fashioned, but it's so true. That's why it's old-fashioned. It's always worked, and I think we've lost a lot of that. Look, flowing on from that, I want to talk about another issue that's playing out in schools right around the country. It's come into focus this week because of an announcement in South Australia where Peter Malinauskas, the Premier, has expanded this, and that is breakfasts served at school. Have a look.
1 in 3 students who attend public schools in South Australia that either sometimes or at least often don't have breakfast before rolling up to school.
Just unbelievable. Now, there's going to be financial hardship here and dysfunctional families and all sorts of factors playing in. But overall, is there a concern here, Clare, that parents are dropping the ball?
Yeah, there is a concern, Chris, but I actually love this. I actually think Australia, compared to other countries, in America, in the UK, and across Europe, I mean, our kind of lunchbox and taking our lunch to school is quite novel for them. So in other countries, this is not unusual to be able to offer breakfast and lunch, and I actually think it's a great initiative. I really like it.
Well, good. Let's do it then. Bacon and egg sandwiches as you turn up at school, like the footy on a Saturday. Let's bring it on.